Okay, guys, thank you for joining the session. I am going to introduce myself first, and then we will discuss about the course outline. So, my name is Kashif. I am from India. I am from India, Mumbai. I have somewhere around 14 years of practical IT experience. Okay. I have expertise on various technologies like SCCM, right? Intune, Active Directory, Azure, PowerShell, application packaging. Okay. But my primary focus have been SCCM and Intune ever since I started my career as IT professional. SCCM and Intune have been my primary focus. So I have started um, after graduation. I am a BSc IT graduate from Mumbai University. And then I started working as IT professional, wherein I worked on SCCM level 1, level 2, level 3 profile. And then I'm working as, then I started working as architect. And now I am working as an architect, as a freelance architect, wherein I do the deployment, implementation, and the deployment of technologies. Okay. Implementation and deployment of various technologies in organizations. Apart from my day-to-day activity, I am involved in training. So I am actively involved in training wherein I do classroom training, online training, corporate training, and um, online training, wherein I have trained more than 35,000 students globally. Okay. So I train mostly on SCCM and Intune, and I have trained more than 35,000 students globally. So that's about me, guys. Now we will discuss about the duration of the training. So this training duration is going to be for 6 weekends. Okay, 6 Saturday and Sunday. So 6 weekend is equal to how many days? 12 days, right? 6 Saturday and 6 Sundays. On Saturday, we will do 2.5 hour session. Okay. Sunday, 2.5 hour session. So, and the time, what time we will start? The time we will start at 10:30 a.m. IST, India time. 10:30 a.m. India time is equal to 6 a.m. UK time, right? Indrajit, that is 6
Yeah, right,
a.m.
Kaustubh. Yeah, right.
And I think it is 8 o'clock for you, Hamza. You are in Saudi, right?
Yes, yeah.
So that is 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. Saudi time. So we will do 2.5 hour session on Saturday and Sunday. That's the duration of this training, guys. Okay. Now, what all things we will cover in this training? So the course outline. I have already shared this course content with you on WhatsApp, right? So here we have the list of topics what we are going to cover, right? So we will be covering these topics in our training. Okay. So we have these list of topics which we will be covering in our training. Now, what about the lab environment? How do we set up the lab? Because if you don't do the lab, then you will not get the practical knowledge. And if you don't do the practical, if you don't get the practical knowledge, it is like incomplete training. Okay. So you have to understand the theory plus practical both. So we will do theory plus practical. So how do we do the theory and practical? Theory we will do, when and every day we will do the theory session and then we will move on to the practical one. So for practical, you have to have a computer. So you need to have a laptop or a desktop, anything of your choice, either a desktop or a laptop. And I will prefer if you have Windows laptop and desktop. If you have Mac, then it is doable, but I would prefer you have Windows laptop or desktop. And the configuration of that computer should be, the configuration should be minimum, this is a minimum configuration, 4-core processor. 4-core processor, then minimum 6 GB RAM. You need to have 6 GB RAM minimum and minimum 100 GB hard disk space, free, hard disk free space. That should be the configuration of your computer. For example, this is your computer, laptop or a desktop, and you need to have minimum 4 GB, 4-core processor, 6 GB RAM, and 100 GB hard disk space. Then what we will do on that laptop? So on that laptop, suppose this is your laptop, right? On this laptop, we will create a virtual machine. Inside that laptop, we will create a VM. And that VM will be Windows 10 or Windows 11 computer. Okay, a separate computer inside your laptop. Okay, that will be our test machine. This is going to be our test machine. And that machine will be enrolled into Intune. We will be enrolling this machine into Intune and we will supply the policies, right? We will supply policies, configuration, and applications from Intune into this virtual machine. Okay, to VM. We will supply policies, configuration, apps to this virtual machine. Also, you need to have a mobile phone. You need to have a mobile phone. So you need to have Android or iOS, or if you have both, well and good. Okay, so you need to have Android and iOS so that we can enroll, we will enroll that device into Intune and we will be supplying some policies and application and configuration on the mobile to see how the policies are coming up to the device. Clear, everyone?
Yeah, Kasif. Yes, yes.
1 minute. Also, you need to have okay, now it stopped working. I don't know what happened with this pen. You need to have credit card. Okay. That credit card will help you to buy Intune license, the free trial license. Okay. So these are the prerequisite for lab. What you need to have a virtual machine, mobile phone, and a credit card to buy Intune free trial license. So we will take uh, trial license for Intune. Okay. In trial license, we will get 25 license. We can use 25 license. We can assign that license to 25 users to see how it goes. Okay, so that is the um, prerequisite for lab. Now, I'm going to talk about Intune little bit. I will not go into details today because today is going to be our introduction session, wherein I will just give you an overview of Intune, right? From tomorrow, we will start in um, full-fledged. So Intune, what is Intune? Intune is what? It's a Microsoft product. So it's a Microsoft product, right? Now, when this product developed in the market, I mean, when this product came into the market, it came into the market in 2010. But from 2010 to 2020, it was not doing well. It was okay. But after COVID-19, almost everyone is going on Intune. Wherever you go, you will find Intune. As you said, Indrajit, your organization is moving towards Intune, right? So
Yeah.
all organizations are moving towards Intune. I will let you know the reason as well why they are moving towards Intune. Now, it's a MDM and MAM solution tool. It provides MDM and MAM solution. What do you mean by MDM? Mobile device management. MAM is mobile application management. So basically you can manage devices which are mobile, not just mobile. You can manage devices which are mobile, which are on the internet connection, which are not there in the data center, which are not there in the office premises, connected to the LAN network. So any device which is mobile is called mobile devices. So you can manage Windows 10, Windows 11 mobile devices like laptops. You can manage virtual machine. You can manage uh, desktops. You can manage mobile phones which have this operating system, either Windows 10 or Windows 11, right? So Windows 10 and Windows 11 operating system, it can manage Android operating system. It can manage iOS operating system, MacBooks, and Linux. So it has option to manage these operating systems: Windows 10, 11, Android, iOS, Mac, Linux. Now it manages mobile applications. How the mobile application will be accessible on mobile device. Will it ask for the password? Will it ask for multi-factor authentication? How the data of that application will get secured, you know. So mobile application user will be able to open mobile application in a secured manner. So like Office 365 application, right? We can secure the data of that application. We can decide what will be the method to open the application. So that is called mobile application management. Okay. Now, why do you need it? Why do you need to manage devices? Because suppose this is a laptop. This is a laptop given to the employee. Let's say there are 10,000 laptops. 10,000 laptops given to 10,000 users. Okay. These laptops given to 10,000 employees or users. So how do you control their devices? How do you manage those devices? So we have to send, we need to send updates on these devices, on these 10,000 devices. We need to send applications on these devices. We need to send, sorry, we need to send policies on these devices. We need to find out whether these devices are compliant or not, right? We need to find out whether we need to deploy configuration on these devices. So in order to deploy these things, right, we need to enroll the device into Intune. So everything will come from where? From Intune. We'll be deploying these policies, these applications and everything from Intune. That's the reason we manage devices through Intune. We control devices from Intune. So it will be like you will have complete control of devices. You can deploy anything you want to deploy on the devices. Okay. Suppose you have 5,000 Windows 10 computers. So out of 10,000, you have 5,000 Windows 10 machine. Now you need to upgrade this machine, upgrade them to Windows 11. So you have to upgrade them to Windows 11. So how do we do that? You cannot ask user one by one. You cannot call 5,000 users one by one to upgrade their machine to Windows 11. Rather, you send policy from Intune. So we will send policy from Intune to these 5,000 computer to get upgraded from Windows 10 to Windows 11. They will get upgraded, right? Suppose you have to deploy application. Okay. You have to deploy Google Chrome application or Firefox. So from Intune, we will deploy Google Chrome or Firefox or Microsoft Office 365 application, right, to these 5,000 computers and they will get installed, right? Suppose if you have to deploy configuration, so we can do it from Intune to these 5,000 devices. So the devices will receive the policy and it will apply the policy on the devices. Okay. So it's a Microsoft product. It came into the market in 2010. You can do mobile device management and mobile application management from this Intune portal. Now we will talk about Intune architecture. So how Intune architecture is designed? So it is designed by Microsoft. We have not done anything. We don't have to do anything. Intune architecture. So it is all designed by Microsoft. So when you create your Intune subscription, okay, when you create your Intune subscription, what happens? You get Intune access. So this is you, web console. You get web console access. So what you do? You do configuration changes here. You make some application or policies or configuration. What happens? Your action is recorded uh, into the configuration and reporting, and it will be recorded into Graph API. The Graph API is a communication bridge between you and Intune. So Intune understand Graph API language. Okay. So Graph API will record your configuration changes and application or whatever you do, and then it will pass on to Intune. So in Intune, the application or policies or configuration will get applied. So here we have, you see, configure devices, then protect data, and then manage applications. So whatever you do, it comes up here, and then from there it will go to the devices. So what all devices you are managing? You manage Windows devices, Mac OS, Android, iOS, iPad, and Linux devices. So policies will get applied to these kind of devices. Similarly, you have application to manage. You can manage applications on Android, iOS, and iPad devices, right? Then you have option to integrate some of the services. For example, SCCM, you can integrate SCCM with Intune with co-management. You can manage devices using co-management feature. So you can manage devices from SCCM and Intune together at the same time. That is called co-management. Then you have Microsoft Entra ID, which is integrated into Intune, right? So when we go in the training, then we will get more clear picture. And all this architecture is designed by Microsoft on Microsoft Azure Data Center. So it is it is configured on Azure Data Center. In each region, you have Azure data. Almost every location you will find Azure Data Center. It is present in more than 60 countries so far. Okay, so Azure Data Center geographies. So Azure Data Center is present almost everywhere. You will find it here. For example, it's in US, Canada, South America, Africa, Gulf countries, right? Then India, China, Australia, Indonesia. Okay, you will find this in these countries. So what is data center? Data center outside view. So generally the data center is um, placed in a remote location, in the location where, in outskirt basically, because it needs a very wide space. So it will be a big building, right? Big building like this, and that building will have multiple floors, and in multiple floors you will have uh, multiple rooms, right? So in remote location, generally we keep data center. So we have Facebook data center, Google data center, Microsoft data center, IBM data center. So in a remote location. So somewhere outside the city, you will find data center, and inside data center that will have multiple floors, and multiple floors will have multiple rooms. So this is the outside view of the data center. Now I'll show you the inside view of the data center. The inside view of data center will be like this. You will have multiple floors, and multiple floors will have multiple rooms. Multiple rooms will have multiple racks. These are called racks. As you see, racks. One rack will have multiple servers. You see, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 odd virtual 16 odd uh, servers. These are high configured servers. It has high it is high end servers. Basically it will have um, may ample amount of processor, memory and hard disk. Okay, so multiple racks are called a cluster. Suppose a combination of racks are called cluster. Let's say these are the racks, so we can call them as a cluster. Okay, cluster of racks. So your Intune is configured on Azure Service Fabric cluster. So I'll show you how that is designed. So you have, suppose, US data center. This is your US data center. US data center. Now in US data center, you have multiple floors, right? First floor, second floor, right? Third floor. Now each floor will have multiple rooms. So for example, this room is dedicated for Intune. In this room, you will have multiple racks, and multiple racks will have multiple servers. So this is called Azure Service Fabric Cluster. Fabric cluster. Okay, a combination of multiple racks is called Azure Service Fabric Cluster. So when you are in US, suppose James is creating his account and he is in US. So his account, he will end up creating his account in US data center. Why? Because he is in US and US data center is closest to him. So whatever the data center is closer to him, the account will get created there. If I am in India, my account will get created in India. If somebody is in UK, his account will get created in UK. So we will get what? When we create Intune account. So we will get what? We will get a space here. For example, in this rack, the one of the server, and inside that server, some space will be given to us. So we will be utilizing that space. We will get a tenant. We will be utilizing that tenant. Nobody else will have permission to that tenant. Tenant is like a domain. Nobody else will have a domain. Nobody else will have permission to access that domain. Only you will have permission. Okay, so you will get some space and some configuration and a tenant from Microsoft once your account is created successfully. Okay, so that's your Intune architecture, guys. Now we have Intune license. Now we have Intune various licenses for Intune. Generally we go with Intune plan 1 license. Now this license costs somewhere around $8 USD, guys. $8 per user per month. Okay, so if you have 8,000 users, you will need to pay 8,000 USD to your for your users to Microsoft, right? So depends on number of users you have, you take license from Microsoft. So this is a license which we take generally. Now this license is included in various other licenses. So I'll show you Intune licenses. So let me show you. You see Intune plan 1. So we will go with Intune plan 1. Generally this is the license which is used in the production environment, and this license is included in these licenses. So if you have Microsoft 365 E5 or E3 or enterprise or anything inside this, you will not have to purchase another Intune separate license because Intune is already included in these licenses. So if you go with, generally companies are going with this one or this one, Microsoft E3, Microsoft 365 E3 or E5 license. So when you have E3, you don't have to purchase Intune license separately because it is already included in this one. Now this costs somewhere around $30 per month per user, I think. We can check. Okay, that's the license cost. So we have to take license. So in our production environment, we generally people are using this one, but our lab environment, we will take the same one. This is the one which we are going to take it from the lab, take it from the Microsoft, but that will be only for 30 days, and we will get 25 license. So in the trial one, okay, for some reason it stopped working. Okay, so for trial one, you will get 25 license. Okay, clear? For month, for a month, 30 days. Any question? Anyone so far?
No, Kasif, it's clear.
So we have discussed about various things today. So we have discussed about the historical background of Intune when it was released into the market, right? Then we talked about the functionality of Intune. You know, it is MDM and MAM solution given by Microsoft. Then we talked about, yeah, we also talked about the duration of the training. Functionality, historical background, then architecture. Then we talked about license. Okay. We talked about lab environment, how we are going to set up our lab, right? Now, one more thing I wanted to let you know is why you should learn Intune. Why people are going towards Intune? Why Intune? So we have various reasons why you should learn Intune. Okay. Reason number one, it's a matured product. It's not a new product. It's there in the market for the past 14 years now. It's a matured product. Point number two, it is to be found in almost all big size and medium organization. Wherever you go, you will find this in medium organization and big organization. Point number three, it has good vacancies. You know, because it is getting implemented everywhere, people are looking for Intune administrators to manage their enterprise devices. It has good vacancies. It has good salary. How much salary you can expect as an Intune administrator? As 50 USD per hour. 50 USD average salary per hour. If you are in US, Canada, UK, Australia, then you can expect a salary of $50 per hour. If you are in India, then you will get somewhere around 800,000 rupees average salary, annual salary, 800,000 rupees per year. This is rupees, not USD, guys. 800,000 Indian rupees, 8 lakh per year. The good salary. Point number five, it can manage mobiles mobile phones plus laptop plus desktop plus VM, right? So plus Linux boxes. So it has options to manage mobile devices, laptops, desktop plus virtual machine and Linux. Whereas other competitors of Intune, you have Intune competitors. There are few Intune competitors, which are, I'll tell you, Tanium. Then we have um, Mobile Iron, Goods, BlackBerry. Then we have Zen Mobile. Then Workspace One from Zen Mobile is from Citrix. Workspace One from VMware, right? These are some competitors of Intune, but most of the competitors, they manage only mobile devices. They don't manage Windows computers. Workspace One manages Windows computer as well, but apart from Workspace One, generally, I'm talking about generally, almost all third party competitors will be managing only mobile devices like Android and iOS devices. So that's the reason it does not have, Intune has one stop solution. You have option to manage mobile devices, laptops, desktop, VM plus Linux boxes. Point number 6, it is easy to learn. This is pretty simple, straightforward, not like SCCM, which is very, not SCCM is very lengthy and you will have to uh, struggle uh, a lot if you are a fresher, to understand the technology properly. But if you are a fresher and you would like to learn Intune, it is not that difficult at all. Okay, everything is designed properly. So who can learn this technology? So anyone who wants to learn will be able to learn easily. Okay, anyone from IT or non-IT background. Point number 8, you have good future. So the way Microsoft is implementing Intune in companies, plus the way they are adding more and more features into Intune, every month they are adding more and more features into Intune. So people are moving towards Intune to manage their enterprise devices. So you can make your career in this one. So Intune will be there for the next 10 hours, minimum 10 hours, 10 years, sorry, minimum 10 years it will be there in the market. It can go beyond that, but I'm anticipating minimum 10 years it will be there in the market. Okay, so it has good future. Now, in all these talks, we haven't talked about servers. Who will be managing servers? So suppose in organization you have Windows servers. Who will be managing Windows server? It will be SCCM. SCCM will still be managing servers. So SCCM is not going anywhere, guys. After Intune, suppose if you are thinking that SCCM will go away, no, it will be there in the organization to manage servers. However, the client machines will be managed by Intune, like Windows 10 machine, Windows 11 machine, and all the mobile phones plus Linux boxes plus virtual machines, they will be managed by Intune. Okay, guys, clear? Any
Yeah, it's
question?
very clear.
No question?
No, Kasif, it's clear.
Okay, so we will meet tomorrow and we will do further discussion, and then we will discuss about the lab environment, how we are going to set up our lab. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow, guys.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Akash.
Thank you. Bye. Bye now.
Thank you, Akash. Bye.